Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is interesting. You see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts, there is something blindingly modern about this symbol. Its modernness puts to shame everything you've seen before. It's the contrast between the cheery, chemical yellow and the rigor mortis. As if the cheery guy didn't know he was dead, or the dead guy didn't. He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief.
No. Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency. I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth. That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set. If you really think we should get in there, we need to find some other way. Yes, the pulsing base. An
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand. There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb. Looks like today was a gold star day. An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. You rattle the handle a bit, then push on the door with all your weight. It does not budge. Not only is it locked, it's also jammed shut.
We don't get in there. Frankly, you're just going to have to...
No. We've gotten into every door thus far. That's what we do. We open doors. We're cops. That's our perk.
Relax. No one's hiding in there. If we can't open it, others can't either.
At least you can think about opening it. About doors in general. They are, after all, fundamental. A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach.
Oh.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
I'm listening. This is a portable recording device. It's for actually just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire, a contact mic, records sounds.
Nice. You could maybe bug someone with it. Wiretapping.
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. Same place I got the recorder from, the Elysium. Oh man, you haven't been to the Elysium? It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here though.
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Elysium going kind of person. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means either. That's cool. Sure. Okay. Sure. Same place I got the record. Oh man, it's a
Thinking about it.
Oh yeah. I don't know what that means either. That's cool. Sucks, man. Was there something else? About the contact mic, perhaps? Same place I got the record. It's a
Thinking about it.
Oh yeah. I don't know what that. That's cool. Sure. Same place. It's a
Thinking about it really.
Oh yeah. I don't know what that means either.
She breathes on her.
Sure. The mic? Okay. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones.
What happened to the old headphones?
My boyfriend sold, I don't know, man, things.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
The musicians in the Elysium used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like...
The girl is cold. Or...
I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with. The sharp drop in endorphins is almost visible. Like a warm blanket has fallen off her.
Take this, you're cold.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
Thanks. That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Elysium or something. Stupid.
And who are these boys?
Yeah. Andre.
And why is that?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. Music stuff mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And then, yep, they were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those. That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold. Go ahead. Okay.
The tent is just tarpaulin.
Come on!
It's safe to assume
Sorry.
You go.
I'm actually not, he thinks.
I'm sure you will, Phil.
A young man with
Hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore to the internally coherent. All core! All right!
he furrows his brow.
Hardcore! Ah! The question is, what is the question? But there was no...
Could there have been a right way? The young man with
This is hardcore, internally, all core!
he furrows.
Is it though? But is it? I mean, no, but seriously, I'm a bit worried.
The skin on your back is crawling. There is a hawthorn tree on rudest. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still... Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, isn't something holding it back from being hyper? It's like it's...
I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto. Like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
Wow! I think you might be right. But how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be? What? Guys, there's something happening in his head. Oh yeah!
But you're not. This is almost certainly.
I know! So does...
But there's something else that hasn't failed you.
Yeah! All right!
The large...
Good morning! Yeah!
No, that would be... The large...
Good morning! Yeah!
No. large-headed...
Good morning! Yeah!
No. The large...
There's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes it's like I think.
If anything, it sounds...
What? I think you might be. What? Oh,
But you're...
I know.
But there's something else.
Yeah.
You know it in your lungs where the pressure should vibrate. In your heart that's alone. And in your solar plexus where they...
What? Wow. Okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from? I'm sorry. I don't know anything about a Nordic...
He feels ashamed. He can't be of more service to the future of dance music. The young man falls silent with appreciation.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it. So, yeah, maybe that street talker across the pawn shop.
There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain, right next to the canal. A reel of magnetic tape is caught in its branches, like bronze ribbons blowing in the wind.
Does it? Oh, I know.
St. G is the boulevard before the canal bridge.
I knew that.
And the most... But it's all blocked with that stupid trap. Anyway, that's all your...
Cut, man!
Go speak to Andre. I'm just annoyed. I suck at socialising, man. If you go speak to Andre, I'll have time to tune in.
Maybe you should just stand there, watch him rattle his toolbox. The contents of the young man's toolbox are organized in a neat, yet it's a bit hypnotic.
I have all kinds of screws. They'll come in handy for Talk to Andre. No point in standing here.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair.
Hello.
There is definite imbecilic his grip.
This is my...
The young...
An egg! Together with a settle burger, who's... We have met, you see...
Also,
Yeah, places. I apologise for my friend Noit's potty mouth. Which brings...
Finally someone who understands.
I'm talking about...
don't burn it.
Well, straight and sad.
Healing's good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
I was hoping you would be the judge of that. Also,
People just...
thank you. So you're gonna...
All right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
Yes. What?
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Oh, you should have the key. We had to padlock the door to the...
All right.
You sense the trajectory. Ka-ching! The key hits your palm.
As always.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Yes. What? Yeah, good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some oh, it's the one they sell at the...
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you.
It does.
Told you we have a smell problem.
He sniffs the air. It doesn't take a forensic scientist to guess it's drug-related. Unlike the girl outside, however, the boy's breathing is regular. Their jaws stay put and their pupils aren't dilated.
The what now? Oh,
He's like an actor. Looking to...
I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Yes, that's all Nosafed's doing. Without the noser...
Nosafed is the shit.
Yes. What? The engine starting fluid?
Is the amiable speed freak becoming a bit cross with you? Sounds like it.
I guess it does.
You're not completely satisfied yet.
No idea, man.
He nods enthusiastically. No.
As always.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
A number of things don't. How about gather around, kids? The young speed freak puts the one with the large head. Their would-be leader is less amused.
What thing?
He senses something is wrong.
We don't need drugs to be...
Shut the fuck up, Egg. What exactly is it you know? I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
What do you mean, friend? It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing. I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want? And of all cellular-based life, what's your point?
No shit. That's... Come on, that's... I meant to say, not true. What do you mean?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost... The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
Really? You wanted to just ask me about something else.
He thinks for a moment, then...
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church.
Because we are!
We just got to turn it into a speed lab.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would...
But the sign was way off, too. I couldn't feel the love at...
So?
This is it. Judgment time.
Yeah!
I knew it. It's impossible.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club. There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real.
Okay, we'll try to do it without the drug. We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but...
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
Yes, I asked Noid to install a measure against more drift.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
Not long, like a week maybe? I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure. Okay.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hard.
Me too. I shouldn't have that kind of power over another person. I'm not the one with the vibe.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it. As always, we'll be right here.
The shaggy-haired girl kneels on the sea ice.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the church, I mean. Shoot. My associates? I haven't got much to say about them. Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and...
To the cops.
Me? I'm a silver bird. Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
Heavy wooden door, the lock turned.
Let's go.
A great in the... A machine's...
Another We should probably let it be.
You see, the lieutenant says the speaker.
Good afternoon.
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio. The machine's key behind that. This is the machine. The
Good afternoon. Good.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to...
Oui.
That's...
Votre accident.
The machine's keyboard is... The silent. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent. And then it seems you can hardly... Your voice... It's You produce a few... The lieutenant...
Can you hear anything? The church...
Maybe the... He doesn't seem entirely convinced, though. The orderly rows of ceiling panels... It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows. You see something hanging from the rafters, looking maybe... The shadow is a man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying the man.
Habitual.
Hold on. Stop it right there.
Here you could receive.
This man is a...
Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank.
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence. And you don't even know it. I was like you once.
You know, actually, since we're here...
Look at these crazies. What is this shit?
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the man. This is the church of the...
You haven't... Whatever it is not an act, my liege. Save him perchance. He hath deceived his very self. This man...
Others.
Their eater is... Grandma?
No.
Wait.
Did it ever...
You mean like a fugitive? No, man.
I see.
I told you, Holmes. I don't know. Don't really follow her comings and goings. I'm afraid.
Or search through her radio computer.
Too many
surveys are a good way to fish for persons.
Don't sweat it. What you think of that? I think we're done here, essay.
That was... however...
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands. This is her. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing. Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands. The world is silent, but for the creaks and cracks of the massive wood. The ocean feels distant. Its ebb and flow. The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers. Architect, she acknowledges the passing of you. No, she doesn't care about you. She only cares about her shiny sovereign's orb and her silk robes. And as that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X. Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles. The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious despite the damage you've done to yourself. The title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is no amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you. The highest category of historic individual. More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party. A precedent that has taken place, and innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. No, we are alone. 300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindia, many things, you know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese. Terribly, women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess. sufficiently well to prove an interesting. She made the most of her position in the anti-DeLorean court. A court visited by the most prominent thinkers, and she was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the... It was on her advice that Irene Le Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. Accostly, she was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is wide wow indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees, bystanders reported gold. That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the as did we all. The lands of the Mesk and the Occident, and even far away Supra-Mawindi, in a city called Advesperaskit, in Vespa Messina, her home. She was dressed in a white and pearl dress, on an emptied-out plaza, with the crowd far away. Already, her Theriers, the secret servicemen of... Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother, a perfect mother. Insultingly, midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her. A small attaché of officials stood by as her Theriers placed a white gold wreath on her. One of the men in this secret service killed her 22 years later, something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her, and this inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria. Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, she was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal. The Mesk state tried to detach, suggesting those who fight against it. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb. In icons, little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role. This subtle terror is part...
Lieutenant Yefreiter, you've stood there for over 5 minutes. What are you thinking of, if I may ask? Yes, glowing lungs are quite unusual. After that one time, you know, this church, the coast, we shouldn't linger. Finish what you came here to do.
Hey, her Innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines, right? Liked, you have the headless Falcon Rider figurine. You should give it to her. Win her back. So very, very, very... The mother of humanism stands above. A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath. Unknown. A motor carriage. A gunshot. Someone falling into. The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman. Small figures of wise men, common men. Worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la, and then along the left, after life, death. After death, life again.
Death, life again. This exaltation is common in DeLorean sacralism. In the early years, it was even it was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We are justice, union, prudence, and force. Eyes cool.
The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting on a cracked pane of glass.
Yes, I wasn't sure before, but this must be the DeLorean. It's a minor landmark, Not easy to find. Most maps misplace it.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago.
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les said so. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find it.
Respectful? A pang of guilt? The lieutenant is leaving something out.
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard, well, your station...
How come the lieutenant isn't sure?
Well, your station was involved.
How come the lieutenant isn't...
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41. I am pretty sure it was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything more about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into... Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
Why? That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else? I don't know. What are we thinking of? The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting on a cracked pane.
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are DeLorean. It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The DeLorean system does not demand...